The air hangs heavy, thick with a sense of despair that seems to seep into every corner of this place. It smells of stale sweat and disinfectant, a combination that clings to the walls and floors, a constant reminder of the lives lived and lost here. Shadows stretch from the bars, cast by a single flickering bulb in the corridor. This is Death Row, a place where the light is as fleeting as hope, a place where time stops, where the days blend into one another, and the future is a concept that has lost all meaning, where hope flickers like that lonely light bulb, struggling to stay alight in the overwhelming darkness. Each clang of the metal door, every shuffling footstep echoes the harsh reality of confinement, a reality that is inescapable and unrelenting. This is a place where life is measured in sunrises, each one a fleeting moment of beauty in an otherwise bleak existence. And for some, the sun is about to set for the last time, casting long shadows on a life that is about to end. The silence can be deafening, a silence that speaks volumes about the isolation and the finality of this place. It is a silence broken only by the creak of a cot, the cough of a guard, or the muffled sobs of a man facing his mortality, each sound a poignant reminder of the human cost of this system. Every sound is amplified, a stark reminder of the confinement and the impending doom that hangs over each inmate. This is the world of Death Row, a world stripped bare of all but the essentials, a world where every day is a struggle to maintain a semblance of humanity, a world where the mundane becomes profound and the passage of time an agonizing countdown, each tick of the clock a reminder of the limited time left. The cells are small and stark, offering no comfort, no escape from the reality of their situation. They offer no comfort, no escape, just a constant reminder of the confinement and the fate that awaits. Just four walls and a steel door separating the living from the oblivion that awaits, a stark boundary between life and death. It's a place where men grapple with their deeds, their regrets, and the chilling reality of their imminent demise, a place where introspection is both a curse and a necessity. The weight of their crimes and the weight of their sentence bear down on them, a burden that is almost too much to bear. Each tick of the clock is a hammer blow to the soul, a relentless reminder of the passage of time and the approach of the inevitable. 24 hours, one day. It's a span of time that can feel both fleeting and endless depending on the circumstances. For most, it's just another day, filled with routine tasks and mundane activities. But for one man, it's the final countdown, the last grains of sand slipping through the hourglass. It seems like an eternity, and yet it's not nearly enough. Each tick of the clock is a reminder of the inevitable, a relentless march towards an inescapable fate. The walls of the prison seem to close in, the air growing heavier with each passing second. For the man facing his final dawn, time takes on a distorted quality. Moments stretch and contract unpredictably, leaving him in a state of perpetual unease. He sits in his cell, lost in thought, grappling with the weight of his reality. It crawls by, each second an eternity, each minute an excruciating reminder of what is to come. The sound of the clock is deafening, a constant, unyielding presence that he cannot escape. He paces back and forth, trying to find solace in movement, but there is none to be found. He is acutely aware of every sensation, every breath he takes. The cold, hard bed beneath him, the rough texture of the prison uniform against his skin, the stale air filling his lungs. Each detail is magnified, etched into his memory with painful clarity. The world outside fades away, and the stark reality of his situation takes hold. The distant sounds of the prison yard, the faint hum of life beyond the bars, all seem like echoes from another world. A world he is no longer a part of. The weight of those final hours presses upon him. It's a suffocating pressure, a heavy burden that he cannot shake. He huddles in the corner of his cell, hands clasped tightly, as if trying to hold on to the last remnants of his existence. He is flooded with memories, regrets, and a profound sense of loss. Faces from his past, moments of joy and sorrow all come rushing back in a torrent of emotion. He clings to a faded photograph of loved ones, a tangible connection to a life that now feels so distant. The faces of loved ones, both present and gone, flicker through his mind. Family gatherings, laughter, tears, all play out like a movie reel, each frame a poignant reminder of what he is about to lose. His eyes fill with tears, the weight of his impending fate becoming almost unbearable. He may try to shut out the world, to retreat into the deepest recesses of his mind, but the reality is inescapable. The clock is ticking. The relentless march of time continues, indifferent to his plight. He sits at a small table, head bowed, trying to find some semblance of peace in the chaos. There's a finality to the situation that is difficult to comprehend. No more appeals, no more legal maneuvers. This is it. The legal documents scattered on the floor are a stark reminder of the battles fought and lost. The guard locking the cell door signifies the end of the line. The end of the line. The long hallway leading to the execution chamber is a path he must walk alone. The heavy prison doors closing behind him mark the final chapter of his life, a chapter that is about to come to a close. The gravity of the situation settles in, a heavy cloak of inevitability. Each step down the corridor is a step closer to the end. The shadowy figure in chains is a haunting reminder of the fate that awaits him. Fear mingles with a strange sense of peace, a resigned acceptance of the hand he has been dealt. His face shows a mix of emotions, a turbulent sea of fear, regret, and a quiet resignation. Lying on his bed with eyes closed, he tries to find solace in the darkness. He knows that the world will continue to turn, even after his heart stops beating. The sunrise outside the prison walls is a reminder that life goes on, indifferent to his fate. He looks out through the small window, taking in the last moments of a world he will soon leave behind. The thought brings a strange mixture of comfort and despair. Comfort in knowing that life goes on, that the world will continue to turn. Despair in realizing that he will no longer be a part of it. A faint smile crosses his lips, a tear rolls down his cheek as he grapples with the duality of his emotions. Comfort in knowing that life goes on, despair in realizing that he will no longer be a part of it. The finality of his situation is a heavy burden, but in these last moments he finds a strange sense of peace. The world outside the bars is a distant memory, a life that he will soon leave behind. The first rays of dawn paint the cell in a cold gray light. The silence of the early morning is broken only by the distant sounds of the prison coming to life. The air is heavy with a sense of foreboding, as if the walls themselves are aware of the gravity of the day. It's a new day, but for this man it's a day devoid of hope. His eyes, once filled with dreams and aspirations, now reflect only despair. The weight of his fate presses down on him, making each breath a laborious task. The guards go through their routine, the clanging of bars, a harsh reminder of his confinement. Their faces are stoic, betraying no emotion as they perform their duties with mechanical precision. To them, it's just another day, another prisoner. Breakfast arrives, a bland and tasteless meal that he forces himself to eat. The hours drag on, each minute feeling like an eternity. The food, though necessary for survival, offers no comfort, no solace. It's just another reminder of his bleak existence. He tries to distract himself reading a book, pacing his cell, but the words blur together, and the walls seem to close in on him. The stories in the book, once a source of escape, now feel hollow and distant, anything to quiet the storm raging within. His mind races, thoughts of regret and what-ifs swirling uncontrollably. He tries to find a moment of peace, but it eludes him, slipping through his fingers like sand. He knows that each tick of the clock brings him one step closer to his fate. The relentless march of time is both a torment and a countdown, each second a reminder of the inevitable. This day is different, set apart from all the others. It's a day that has loomed over him, casting a shadow on every moment. Today, he faces the culmination of his actions, the final judgment. It marks the end of his earthly existence. The finality of it all is overwhelming, a weight that crushes his spirit. He looks out the small window, seeking a glimpse of the world he will soon leave behind. He is allowed a final shower, a small act of humanity in the face of the inhumane. The water cascades over him, a fleeting moment of warmth in an otherwise cold reality. He washes away the grime and sweat, but he knows he can never wash away his sins. The water offers a brief respite, but it cannot cleanse his soul. As he dresses in the clothes provided, simple and plain, he feels the weight of his past decisions. Each button fastened is a step closer to the end. He thinks about the life he has lived and the life he will never get to live. Memories flood his mind, moments of joy and sorrow, love and loss. He wonders what could have been, if only things had been different. The guards arrive to escort him to a special holding cell. Their presence is a stark reminder of the reality he faces. Each step echoes in the silent halls, a march towards his destiny. It is closer to the execution chamber, the final destination, the place where it all ends. This is it, the beginning of the end. He takes a deep breath, trying to summon the courage to face what lies ahead. He tries to hold his head high to maintain a semblance of dignity, but fear gnaws at the edges of his composure. The final moments are a test of his resolve, a battle between fear and acceptance. He is offered a last meal. He can choose anything he wants within reason. It's a tradition steeped in ritual, a final act of compassion before the ultimate punishment. Some inmates request extravagant feasts, while others choose simple comfort food. His choice reflects his state of mind, his heritage, or perhaps a longing for a simpler time. It's a meal that will forever be etched in his memory, the last flavors he will ever experience. He eats slowly, savoring each bite, clinging to the sensory experience as a last connection to the world of the living. Then come the visitors. Family, friends, lawyers, and spiritual advisors are granted a final meeting. Emotions run high, tears are shed, words of comfort and forgiveness are exchanged. It's a heart-wrenching scene, a poignant reminder of the human cost of the death penalty. He clings to these moments, drawing strength from the love and support of those who stand by him in his final hours. He seeks forgiveness, offers apologies, and tries to find some measure of peace in the midst of the storm. These goodbyes are a bittersweet symphony of love, loss, and regret.